These are all little ether antennas, little plasma collectors. This entire building is a powerhouse. Hey, look at that. I told you, they have a thing with fountains. It's all connected to the water. I mean, what is that? Is that like a hybrid that he's fighting?
I want to show you guys some of my vast collection of old world books. I've gotten almost 30 at this point, and I really want to go through and show you guys and see if you guys see the same patterns I do, because it's all across the world. I mean, we have Louisiana, we've got England, we've got Germany, we've got Russia. It's all interconnected, and I think that it was part of a global matriarchy that ran off of free energy, because there's copper everywhere, there's gold everywhere, there's domes and spires everywhere, there's crosses everywhere, but not the Jesus-y cross. It's the like plus sign cross, where I think it was the energy was completely balanced, and then big religion came and took it and moved it out of heart center up into head center, so that you're all egocentric and stuff like that. But let's get into it. I'm gonna have to make it a couple parts. I just want to show you guys like the front and back of these books, and then we're gonna go into it more in depth on lives on my YouTube channel, and I'll post all of the videos once we're done with that. But there's so much I want to show y'all.
I mean, because Germany, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Also pay attention to the little people that they put everywhere. There's people on all of these buildings pretty much, or crosses. That looks like a cross up there. Or there's copper, or there's domes and spires, or there's insane fountains. And 111 as I say that. I mean, look at this one. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, yeah, of course it's England. You know, there's nothing sketchy about the royal family. Nothing at all. Look at all the tops of those. Munich, I immediately notice all of the copper-topped things, and those kind of remind me of like little mercury balls or something like that. Franken, you're sus as hell. Look at the person statue. There's people statues everywhere. Who were these people? Because they were important. We just don't build like that. We have no reason to. I mean, look how small that. I know that's a child, it seems like, but like, we don't build like that. It seems like all of this was meant to be open air, and they just filled it in with glass and wood that does not at all match. Not at all. It looks so out of place. Guess where this one is? It's got another. There's something sketchy with the guys on horses too on these like monuments. These are all over the world. Notice all the copper-topped roofs though, and all of the people statues. Richmond, what? Fort Monroe's also sus as fuck. This one's another absolutely gorgeous one because they all seem to be obsessed with Greco-Roman architecture. And look at that, there's another person. Is that a sphinx? It kind of looks like a sphinx. Like, it's insane. It doesn't make sense. There's more of those orbs. Oh, and of course they claim it as a palace. Oh yeah, the Greco-Roman palaces. Totally not built to run off cymatics. Like, yeah, they all just imitate the Parthenon and the Pantheon perfectly. There's another cross. Look at that. Oh, it's gold. It's got another orb underneath it, and there's a rose window up there. Look at how small that is compared, or how big it is compared to the tiny little people. Yeah. Welcome back to part 2 of my massive collection of old world books. I want to show you guys more because last time we left off on this one, and it just... these 2 seconds that I feel like I get per book don't even do them justice. That's why I want to do the lives on them with you guys. Because we don't build like this anymore. We did not build this with copper and chisel. Everything from our past is just wrong. None of these castles were castles. I mean, this bad boy is very clearly running off of the water. She's working with the water, because water is sentient and holds energy. All of it's connected to water. I mean, like, come on, come on, come on! The geometric precision of all of this, the symbols hidden in all of it is insane. Do y'all have any idea how difficult this would be to build? Let alone still be standing today? While our modern architecture crumbles, it has nothing to do with they just had more time and more materials. The entire narrative we've been fed is wrong because the people at the top profit off of it. The people at the top all work with big oil and big pharma and big religion to keep us trapped and separated from our own power. Because if we remembered we had access to ether and plasma, we would remember our true power. There's a reason they took ether off the periodic table. There's a reason they don't want us remembering plasma makes up like 99% of the known world. There's a reason that all of the people writing our textbooks and feeding us into the big education to prison pipeline are also the pedophiles at the top running things and eating and raping kids. Because they don't want us to remember our true power. because then they lose theirs. Their entire way of life collapses. Oh, look at that. There's another beautiful fountain hiding in the corner. The entire narrative we've been fed is wrong. This is a global pattern. It looks different in different parts, but there's so much of it that looks the same. I mean, seriously, they got cymatics in and above the doors. Everything is meant to work with energy and frequency. They got cymatics in the freaking railings and all these little ether antennas. Nothing we've been told is the truth of this world. I've seen so many of these faces, and not a two of them is alike. These were very important people to this old world that we have all around us. It's like they were leaving us clues of who they are because they knew something was coming. And they built all of this architecture that can withstand all of time. Like, are you actually kidding me? Look at how detailed this is. And he's holding another orb with a cross. These were all very important people. All of this runs off of free energy, and once you see it, you can't unsee the patterns, that they're just there, everywhere around us, all across the world.
Part 3 of my old world books, I want to see what patterns you guys recognize in this round.
Because it's a global phenomena. It's all connected. Copper, gold, I mean, look at whatever those symbols are on the top of these. The way it curls, the way everything looks like it's meant to be open air and just let the energy flow. Another fountain. It's all connected to water too. I kind of feel like the water is a portal for all of these buildings. Which also makes me think of the show The Magicians, where they portal to the library world, and it's literally a bunch of fountains that are portals to other worlds. I think that's another part of truth hidden in media, like I've talked about with you guys before. Also, these obelisks with little metal statues of people and or animals, or sometimes even hybrids. There's one just like this in front of the Vatican as well. I don't have that book, but I've seen it before whenever I've done more research on the Vatican. And don't get me started on the fucking Vatican archives and shit like that, and the fact that they're their own country and they have their own army. There's a little person statue up there. It's all cymatics. It's all free energy. Look at, I mean, seriously, look at how many people they put in this. You have any idea the attention to detail that they have? I mean, just the size of that. That doorway is like 2 or 3 times the size of that guy. And he's not even standing up against it, so it's probably even bigger than that. These are all little ether antennas, little plasma collectors. This entire building is a powerhouse. Hey, look at that. I told you, they have a thing with fountains. It's all connected to the water. I mean, what is that? Is that like a hybrid that he's fighting? Also, nice nips. I mean, seriously, look at the detail on that. Look at the little, are those angels or cherubims? Or I'm not even sure. Or men? Like Poseidon almost? All the fish? There's another fountain that's frogs. I mean, look at that. That's just crazy. That's insane. I wonder if that's the original coloring or if they did that themselves. There's more of the little cross on top of the orb. Oh, and then this one's another view of the fountain. I mean, look at that. Are they sitting with a dragon or a mermaid or something? There's way too many hybrids in these things for me to not believe that they just had hybrids. Like, it was normal. It wasn't them storytelling. I don't think it's coincidence. None of this is coincidence. I mean, and even this, look at that. It's right outside the same palace from the last book. Look at that lamp. Is that a griffin, another hybrid? Because it's no coincidence. Look at the lamp. All of the lamps and all of the fountains are so unlike anything I've ever seen before, but they're all over the world, and there's 2 of them. Are you kidding me? There's 2 of them. And it's more gold. It's all interconnected. It's all connected, and notice how it's on the water as well. This is a powerhouse, baby. A generator.
Welcome back to part 4 of my old world book covers that I want to do more in depth with you guys. Because we left off on this beauty, oh my god, last time. All of the fountains, all of the lamps, all of the buildings are insane, and I think they run off plasma, ether, and free energy.
I mean, seriously, this is supposed to just be for a bridge? But, no. Also, look at that building. The size of that, that's like an Old World's Fair building, baby. That's gotta be acres of building. Also, notice the orb on the top again and the spire. Oh, what's that? More little crosses and orbs and tons of gold. AKA lots of stuff that works with free energy. Like, this is insane.
This is a global phenomena. It looks different in different parts of the world, but it's all got the same underlying structure. And insane things we can't even come close to replicating now.
I also don't think it's coincidence a lot of these places got overtaken by very violent men who like to usurp power and keep everyone in fear and survival and lack and scarcity. Bell! They took our bells. They also just hid and melted down a lot of them and destroyed them. They claimed it was for the war effort, but it totally wasn't. Because if it was for the war effort, why would you bury so many of them just in the dirt? Like, that is screaming ether and plasma and free energy to me. It also reminds me a lot of the symbols that I see on a lot of these similar buildings over in the Middle East. I mean, like, shut up. You did not build this just because you're rich and violent. Shut up. Shut up. You rich, violent men don't even have an iota of the skill and talent and brain that it would take to come up with these designs. You stole this from whoever built it before you when you violently overtook them. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Again, I haven't seen the same two statues anywhere. Anywhere. All got these little orbs and these little crosses and the gold and bunches of little faces. This one's got a lot going on, but I immediately notice old world back there, old world back there, and old world up there. This one's very interesting because it seems to be the same pattern, but it looks like it's made of wood. This one throws me for a loop. And then we get shit like this. Like, look at that. Who are these dudes? Why are there so many people plastered over the outside of these buildings if they weren't super stupid important to all of this? Also, the size of this arch makes me think that's a much bigger doorway that's been hidden. Like that one guy says on here, make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. It's all cymatics and free energy, baby. All of it. All of it, all of it, all of it.
Welcome back to part 5 of my Old World book series, and I know we're into some juicy shit because TikTok literally just banned part 2 of this series as I'm in the middle of making it with you guys, so do with that what y'all will.
But we left off on this bad boy. It all runs off plasma and ether and free energy and water. We don't need to be paying for energy. Look at all the orbs on top of there, too. Ooh, 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 ooh. London, you are sus as fuck. I mean, seriously, look at that. Look at what? Like, some of this genuinely leaves me speechless. Y'all all just really like Greco-Roman architecture across the entire world, huh? You really like imitating the Pantheon and Parthenon, huh? That looks like an old world fair building. Look at the size of how massive that is, bitch. That don't make sense. It doesn't match anything nowadays. Also, there's another country that has one of these. I don't remember where, but I saw this in the background of something I was watching the other day that has another massive tower like this that's also been turned into a rudimentary clock, I think to try to anchor us into a false sense of time. Because we're not supposed to be anchored to time in the way that we are now, and that false sense of needing to rush that puts us all immediately into fight or flight and scarcity and lack mode. All of that is fake. Look at that. That little archway looks like that's got way more hidden underneath it. All of this looks like it goes way further down. And then I saved my 3 biggest books for last with you guys. I think this is going to have a lot more interesting stuff on the inside, but to me, this looks like a mine. This looks like slag piles from a mine, and if you look it up, you'll know exactly what I mean. It looks like this was an ancient city or something, and something came in and just absolutely destroyed it and ate through everything. I think this used to look like Petra, but on a massive scale. Louisiana, I was unfamiliar with your game. You also have the cymatics. Oh, that goes down even further. All of these buildings look like most of them are hidden, because if we knew the true scale of it, we'd be freaked out. I mean, look at the size of that door, though. None of these proportions make sense for modern humans. This one's really cool, too. Look at that. Oh, what's that? Little birdie guy, something. Not really sure. More orbs and more perfect crosses, just like I told y'all. It was centered for free energy. Think really critically about the people that benefit if we forget we have free energy. If we forget that we're beings that are connected to plasma and ether. Ooh, I also just got a weird download looking at that. That looks like that one UAP, the Starfish UAP or whatever, and the video that got released of it. That's immediately making me think of that. It's all connected, y'all. Question everything.